fucked up.
Their phone. Look at what I'm eating. Blueberries, plum, tangerine, I think. I don't know what the small ones are called, but they taste like little tangerines. I think mandarin. And here's a book I'm reading. If you can see it. Specifically for women. Specifically for African American women. Based on our society. And some of the things we go through. What are you eating for breakfast? What did you have? Oh shoot, y'all didn't see the book. This is what it looks like. Souls Reveal. It looks backwards right now from my point of view. Morning, Dollar Bill. Glad that you're safe.
The snow will make me commissaire of police. Mr. Dine or Mr. Joshua. Which is it? Donald. And yet you registered in Measure as Mr. Joshua. Didn't you know it was against the law to register under an
apple and bagel.
No, I didn't.
Done in America all the time.
None of you will be permitted to leave Paris until this matter is cleared up.
Cannot twerk.
Only I warn you.
Yeah, let me tell you
I
that.
will be watching.
Okay.
We use the guillotine.
I'm from the DMV.
I have always suspected that the blade can...
We have something called go-go music. And when you go to a go-go, you basically do nothing but twerk.
None of you ever find
We call it something a little different. It's called freaking. So, been doing that since I was 16. And it's a lot slower. Because go-go music is all live band music. But we have a little, I don't know. It's soulful. It's a soulful twerk. I actually have done another song with Cisco a couple years ago. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah. My first go-go was at the DC Armory when I was 16 years old. I went with my homegirl, Amber. I drove my little Toyota MR2. We were listening to Lil' Kim's first project. Memories. Yeah. And so, been twerking, been freaking. Yes, my hair is crazy right now, and I don't care. Good morning, everyone. So I am back. Like I said, I would be back. But you know, I was distracted by the refrigerator, as always. So I took my time and assembled a little breakfast of blueberries, of mandarin, pistachios on the side, and a purple plum. I'm eating blueberries, and you know what? I never paid attention to blueberries until recently, when I've been taking Instagram pictures, you know, for the food posts. And I cut open some blueberries inside, but look, you can see it has the shape of a flower on top, or whatever that is. Let me find a better one. And kind of like, I think a hexagon on the other end. I just have to find one that's bigger. You see that? That's a flower right there. And I just learned recently that figs are not fruits, but figs are inverted flowers. So when you open up a fig, you can actually see the flower buds. inside of the petals are those stems, which the bees pollinate often. When you open up a fig, you'll see all of those little stems. And so it's an inverted flower that you're eating when you eat a fig. But this is a blueberry, and look at the flower shape on top. I'm trying to get some focus. Waiting for some new music, is that what it is? Okay, so you can download all of the latest projects on iTunes, Amazon, Tidal, Apple, streaming, Spotify, Beatport, YouTube, SoundCloud, all that. The latest project is called Smooth Jones, if you love R&B soul. Pick that up. That's the latest. More music is on the way. Let me see if this is one. Nope, I'm not seeing any right now. I'm trying to find one with the hexagon in the back. Oh yes, we've been praying for Houston all morning, all week. I'll be back in Houston shortly. Been trying to get back, but they keep canceling flights, and obviously the airports are closed right now. So, yeah, I see the news, and I have friends and family there as well, so I've been keeping in touch. Thank God everybody's safe and okay, but obviously there's a lot of flooding and vehicles. Possessions, homes are being damaged, are underwater, but it's, those are things that can be replaced. It's very unfortunate, but thank God there haven't been too many casualties. It's just that I tried to put myself invisibly into the shoes of people that are in need. I mean, we have elderly people, we have pregnant women, children. Schools are not active right now. So many jobs that are not active right now. So many cries and personal possessions, memories, like with sentimental value, priceless value that has been lost and washed away. Then we are dialysis patients, hospital patients that need medical care. Then we have the murky waters with alligators and moccasins, and snakes and critters, sharks on the freeway. Everything from the bayou or the Gulf. Some of that stuff is spilling over into the streets. So it's a lot more than you can imagine when you're just turning on the news. I had to really put myself there to figure out what it would be like. And then you have the bacteria, all of the feces and sanitation, sewage water coming up with people walking through those waters. It's not safe. And there's going to have to be a lot of medical aid to treat all of this. And then we have the food and water supply, which is first and foremost so that people can survive during this time. By the way, did you guys see any pictures of Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church being flooded? Because I didn't. I haven't run into any flood pictures. I'm really trying to understand that first statement that he made. And if there's any proof of flooding. Yes, I have some celebrity friends. Yeah. Still waking up. This is not the right time for me to say. Let me get something in my palate first. You need me back in the industry? I've never stopped making music. This is project number 13 I'm working on. So you have 12 projects out there. If you would like to get them, they're all on iTunes. So what exactly do you mean back in the industry? Hey, Atlanta. The blueberries, they vary. The smaller ones are more tart. The bigger ones are more mild and sweet. Oh yes, praying for Houston, Pearland, all of the surrounding towns of Houston, even New Orleans, where it is headed. Absolutely. I need you guys to do some research on the reputable organizations that are responsible with their funds and donations and actually allow the people who need it, all victims, to reap the benefits of those donations. Talk about being a vegetarian. Why should I be one? I need motivation. Well, vegan is probably the best way because dairy causes cancer and it's filled with blood, feces, pus, and causes a lot of mucus, which harbors a lot of and produces disease. So skipping over vegetarianism, if possible, great. But if you need to do that first and wean yourself off of cheeses and ice creams into the alternative space of cheeses that are vegan, ice creams that are vegan, butters that are vegan, I totally understand that. That is actually what I did, but dairy is not healthy. Just FYI. And you actually get more calcium from nut-based milks. I use coconut oil for hair, skin, nails, makeup remover, moisturizer. I don't cook with coconut oil. No, I don't know Director Dr. Teeth in Houston. Is he okay? Come back to where? I'm right here on Planet 9. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that the sharks were fake. Can't believe everything you see out here on social media. Yeah, fish, alligators, snakes, turtles, frogs. A lot of frogs. Yes, I'm still on live. I'm enjoying my morning with my people. You got a problem with that? Have I ever been targeted in the casting couch? What does that mean exactly? Okay, I thought it wasn't flooded. Thank you for that clarification because I didn't see any initial pictures of it being flooded. Yes, I've actually heard the same thing about Red Cross regarding the Hurricane Katrina and Haiti earthquake disasters and the people not seeing all of the millions that were donated. I don't know what to believe, but I hope there is one specific hub that is trustworthy, at least. I've finished all of my blueberries, yes. Yes, I know the church is open for shelter now. Hello, Miss Endica. I'm pretty close to LA. 4.5 hours away. I've been scheduled to fly out every other day now, but obviously we're dealing with bigger situations and no flight cancellations because of it, airport closures, and that's okay. I understand. And so my filming will be prolonged into another week out in Houston, Texas, 5th Ward. Hello, Grady. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like Smoke Jones. Pure. Eviance. I like corn, but corn is a hybrid and not the best for you. So once in a while I'll have it, but I avoid buying any products that have corn syrup in it or corn starch. I think they mean do features with mainstream artists so we can hear you on the radio again. I got you, boo. Radio also costs $250,000 per song to get it played nationwide on radio. Payola, baby. And so what's the deal with FEMA and sending donations there, because I've also heard the same thing. No, almond milk is not bad for you. There's cashew milk, walnut milk, almond milk, unless you're allergic to almonds or something. But it's beautiful. Has more calcium than dairy milk. If you would like a copy of my vegan starter guide for beginners, I will happily send it to you via email if you need some assistance. The next challenge that we're doing is a 21-day challenge, September 8th through September 28th, and I'll send that to you or have it sent over. The email is in my profile on the homepage. Hey, Dope Boy Fresh, Dre. Talk of the town, where? Where are you at? Houston? There's always new music coming. The latest project is called Smooth Jones, if you want to go pick that up. Before that, there was Love Elevation Suite. Before that, Sweet 16. Before that, With Love. Before that, KISS album. Before that, Beauty in the Streets Volume 1. Before that, Sugar and Spice. Along with Sugar and Spice, there was the Perfect Edition double disc. Before that, there was Liberation, which was the 4th album that was leaked. So now I'm working on the 13th project. You can get it all on iTunes if you want it. I worked out last night, so today I'm going to work out again. The more you do it, the less sore you're going to be. Yes, I've been to Shreveport before. What's the view look like? Well, there's the bright sun. I don't know if you can see any of that. Probably blinded right now, but that's the view. No, I've never been on that Calston couch before. I will hold castings on that couch. More movies, well, Lazarus is coming out in 2018. Fifth Ward is slated to be released this fall, 2017, which is a TV series based in Houston, Texas. And we are currently approaching our last week of filming, which was supposed to be this week. And so I head back to Houston in a couple of days. And plan on staying there after we wrap to get on the ground and help out as a volunteer in between shows. Yes, I eat blackberries and raspberries. I did a movie last year. It comes out next year called Lazarus, Nikki. Okay, yes, you can have the recipe for the meatless meatballs. Well, you just go to the store and get a pack of Gardein meatless meatballs. You can put some agave on it. If you eat honey, you can put some honey on it, some barbecue sauce, hot sauce, olive oil, whatever you would like. When I was younger, did I drink and smoke? I did not smoke. I did drink wine. My parents actually raised us. You know, once in a while we would get to have wine. My mother's Italian, so that's a big part of her culture. With dinner, did red wine only. It's really great for your heart, for your blood. Reduces the risk of cancer, all kinds of things. So still to this day, I drink red wine. But I didn't drink liquor when I was younger. I stayed away from that, especially being on the road by myself. Didn't smoke. And I have my new wine, my own wine. It's vegan and organic. It's called Planet 9 Fine Wine, and it's available for order on mayamaya.com. It's a red Cabernet with plum infusions, and it is made at an organic winery. And the process is all vegan, meaning that we do not use animal insides or byproducts of animals like fish guts or membranes to filter grapes. And that's a part of a lot of the processing of wine these days, so you never know which one is vegan. So I created my own when I released Smooth Jones on Valentine's Day. Vegan chocolates and vegan wine. Soy products. Very rarely do I eat soy products, but when I do, it's once every blue moon. I know that it's probably not the best for you, but it is better than, you know, all of the antibiotics, steroid, hormone-injected manufactured corporate meat right now in this particular country. And so it's okay to have it once in a while. If you are an ex-cancer patient, it's best, I hear, to stay away from soy. I also hear that it does, you know, contribute to potential fibroids, depending on the individual. Estrogen level increases, and man boobs, potentially. But that's not for every individual, but it is a possibility based on the individual. I use coconut oil on my face. I also make my own scrub with oatmeal. I also use pure avocado to do a mask. I used to use egg, but I don't use those anymore. So avocado's great. And drinking a lot of water. I do cucumber in my water. You can do cucumber on your eyes, but I also put lime in my water. I stay away from lemon because it's very acidic. Once in a while, I'll entertain it, but
Sorry, I don't know that.
I do lime instead. It's not acidic. Key lime is the best, but it's a lot more expensive too. So lime in your water becomes a diuretic, but also an antioxidant, an alkalizer, and it's great for your skin and your internal system.
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, I don't have a vegan book. I just created, a little guide for family and friends and associates that have wanted to join the challenge and keep asking me the same things, as well as followers. So I spent a couple hours just crafting some of the facts, supplements, substitutes, reasons why to go vegan if that's what you choose, the difference between raw veganism, vegetarianism, links to websites for whatever you are trying to do, whether it is the raw space, whether it is the vegan space, or vegetarian, as well as films and documentaries to watch, some of the facts, and where to go, where to shop. And so it's a little starter guide for beginners. And it's just in Word document. I haven't designed it or anything, but, because you guys have been asking me and it's hard to type everything on every reply, I just went ahead and developed that like 2 weeks ago. And so my assistant is just sending that out. If you request it, you can email the email in my profile on the homepage of Instagram, and I'll have that sent over to you if you would like to join us in the next challenge or utilize it at your leisure. No pressure. Yes, I have more energy being vegan. It really just started off as a willpower challenge because I'd been vegetarian before. I was in an awful relationship for 2 years. And I thought, in order to get myself back when I left, go back to what I was doing before I jumped in. So I went back to vegetarianism, but I also said I would do vegetarianism for 6 months and then veganism for 6 months when I got out of that relationship. And so when I transitioned from vegetarianism to veganism, I began to see a big difference from maintaining a healthy weight to feeling better to getting more energy, my skin just being flawless, looking younger, feeling younger. And then in the midst of having to do research, because veganism was kind of new as far as what I could and couldn't have, I had to read all the labels on every box when I was eating processed foods, figuring out what glycerin products existed, what I couldn't have anymore. That was jelly beans, that was gummy bears, that was yeast. A lot of breads out here have yeast, which is derived from animals, so you had to switch over to nutritional yeast. And vegan breads, a lot of pancake mixes have eggs and milk in them, so I had to stop that. I had to really change everything that I was used to, and I got around it. So in the research, outside of just food, I was also introduced to the process of, manufactured, I'll just say foods that we eat in particular in this country, and then the process of what that entails. And my eyes received a truth that I was not ready for, and when I received it, my spirit and my mind changed, and I just had to stay on the path because I was exposed to the truth, and the truth is not pretty. And so that's why I stuck with veganism. And then as my community grew and I connected with other vegans, I began to see that this world is not surviving, not just surviving, but thriving, from vegan athletes performing at their all-time high to breaking records, their own records as well, and looking younger and younger. And then I got introduced to raw veganism, and I said, well, I haven't done that yet. What's that like? And so I, in my meditation for 2017, decided at the top of the year that, okay, what do you need to be doing, Maya? And I decided to up the ante, increase it a notch. And I said, go raw vegan, but you do it in phases like you've done everything else. So I went from pescatarianism, which is eating seafood, to vegetarianism. You know, you can still have dairy or eggs and all that stuff if you are vegetarian. There's ovo, there's lacto, there's ovo-lacto vegetarians. And then veganism. And now I'm in the raw vegan space, so by the end of 2017, I will be 98% raw. When I say that, I mean, we're doing 28 days in the fourth quarter. So that's 3 months of 28 days. 3 months of 28 days for the fourth quarter challenge. We still have 1 month left to go in the third quarter, which is September, and that next challenge starts September 8th. People don't buy DVDs anymore. I'm not doing a fitness DVD. I might do a fitness app, but I have not had time to work out, which is why I'm sacrificing and compromising in my kitchen and refrigerator, except for yesterday, because I stuffed my face, to congratulate and reward myself with carbs, thick girl carbs. Yes. Yes, I totally agree with you, Corey Guns. We're in communication. So yes, I have seen a complete 180 with this lifestyle, and yes, I've used black soap before. It's awesome. I've also used shea soap. It's awesome. Thank you and have a blessed day, Jay McCaff. Eat blueberry muffins with your water. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Planet 9 year is being worked on, being tested to make sure, you know, it's all quality to the highest capacity. That will also be sold on mymaya.com. Inside of the shop, which is where you can get the wine, the souvenir calendar, which is a 2016 through 2017 calendar, along with Smooth Jones, Grammy-nominated Smooth Jones, which is the latest project. Yes, definitely going to be writing a book. Tofu, do I mess with it? Once in a while, once every blue moon, I might have tofu, but no, that's not a part of my everyday diet, or weekly or monthly. It's like once every 3 months I might engage, you know, if nothing else is around. My favorite Michael Jackson album would probably be Off the Wall. A lot of childhood memories there. Why did I start this journey? I hope I answered that question earlier. You know, when you meditate, you don't necessarily have to sit cross-legged and chant or anything like that, but I spent some quiet time with myself at the top of this year, asking the universe what I need to be doing for myself and others. And I realized, based on my family, that I need to break the cycle of disease, from diabetes to heart disease to fatty liver disease to high blood pressure, high cholesterol. The older generation especially, even obesity. I'm getting older, and I just want to be more wise and learn as much as I can, but also be an example to lead, and in order to lead others, especially the ones I care about, including you, that I need to crack the whip on myself. And in order to crack the whip on myself, you do it public. Because people will turn to you, look at you publicly. People look at you, turn to you for leadership, and that would be the best reason I decided to create this challenge. It really came to me in the form of my own voice. Because number one, I'd never done the Raw Vegan Challenge before. And a lot of my, I would say, associates or friends that are raw vegan, they look happy as fuck. I'm trying to be happy as fuck like that. So, I just want to do better in every area of my life, and I'm doing that. And it started from a place of concern with my family and, seeing a lot of illnesses occur. Friends too. I don't want to be on dialysis. I don't want to have chemotherapy. There's another way, and it's what you're putting into your body. My mother is a 2-time cancer survivor, and I've watched her suffer, and I don't want to ever have to go through that, watching someone that I love suffer when there's preventive medicine in the foods that we eat. Or another way to reverse it. So the natural approach to life, from the energy that you surround yourself with, the environment that you spend most of your time in, to what you're putting in your body, affects every component of your life. And so I wanted to make sure that I stay on track with that and make a change. That doesn't mean I have to be a hermit or boring, but I realize that my life is a lot more exciting when I can master myself and have full discipline. When I have full discipline and I can master myself, I can also let go and create more freedom in other areas of my life. And not be confined to a gym membership or be confined to medicine or surgeries and operations. And you got to start now. I also see a different future for my kids whenever I have some or adopt any. I want to be a part of making a world a better place for them to grow up in. And it might not be in the United States. It might be in a world that I have to create myself or be a part of creating. Because it needs a change. There's no reason why 9-year-olds are getting or should be getting heart disease. There's no reason why 16-year-olds are dropping like flies from heart attacks because of the standard American blood and starch diet, enslaved food that everybody now is eating, all this processed junk that's not even pure anymore. So I decided to do the challenge for those reasons and to empower the people that I see being affected the most, which are low-income communities that don't have access to healthier foods, to high-quality foods, but instead liquor stores, carry-outs, and fast food places with cheap prices to keep us sick intentionally. And I know it's by design, but it's economic as well, and it bothers me. And so when you don't give people access on the street, which is also fine, and do the tax system, that's also an option. But operating in this man-made world, we got to play a little bit with sin. We got to play a little bit with going to jobs that we hate and we don't like. We got to play a little bit just to survive. Just to survive. That doesn't mean that you're confined to just surviving. But every chance you get, stack up. Live simply, downgrade, sell things that you don't need. Stop being a hoard. I got stuff that I need to sell. No judgment. But simplify, downgrade, live below your means so that you can live a life of freedom and preserve as much free time as possible and travel a little bit. Doesn't have to be far, doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be for the gram. But freedom is the place that you want to get to, and freedom is often produced by not creating chains of debt for yourself. So being as free as possible, living simply, or within your means or below your means, not above your means. Yes, having faith and hoping that God will send you a nice lotto check is wonderful. and working hard, but working hard to the point where you're not spending time inside of what your purchases are, like your home or your apartment or your cars. It's just, it defeats the purpose of life, which is supposed to be spent, at least with balance. I like balance. I'm not going to lie. I'm a hustler. I'm always on the go. I'm always working on a contract. I'm always drafting something. I'm always making calls. I'm always on emails, 8 hours a day sometimes, because that's what it takes. But when you get a chance, going back to the natural world,